I want to find a more profound way to say this, but just being 100% real, I hated my job.
Yeah.
I just did not like, at the time I was at the bank, and anybody who's ever worked at a call center, it's the most mentally draining thing ever. And at the time my schedule was every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every single Saturday. So I was missing out on like events and birthday parties and time with my wife and things like that. And I just, especially every time I missed like one of those things, I'm like, man, like I could be over here like with the family. Like literally one time my whole family went to Cedar Point and I'm just at work.
Wow.
And I was like, man, like, and I don't want to be here. So it was those moments where I'm just like, I want to take control of my time and not worry about, having PTO or whatever, and just if I want to go and I have the funds to do it, just go.
Welcome to the Mo Brooks Podcast. This podcast is all about self-leadership, change, and personal growth. Our purpose is to help you reach your goals in 4 major areas of your life: your spiritual goals, family goals, physical goals, and financial goals. And now your host, Mo Brooks.
What's going on, everybody? I'm so excited about our episode on today. I mean, this is going to be an inspirational one. We're going to really drop some nuggets for you today. And just before we get into it, please hit that subscribe button on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts at. Hit that subscribe button and leave your boy a review. Okay, that helps spread the word as we do this. Listen, I promise you, these conversations about our spiritual goals, our family goals, our financial goals, and our health goals, they're transforming people's lives week by week, every single Tuesday. So come on, y'all, hit that subscribe button real quick. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, like it, share it with somebody, because we are helping people reach their goals in a mighty way. So without further ado, I got here with me today a dear friend of mine, a brother, a friend. I'm so excited for him, and I'm excited to see him. I can't wait for y'all to hear what he has for you today. And I have for you today Joshua Gipson. I call him J Gip. J Gip, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's up, Mo? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Man, the people out here, I have all of my guests do this. I have them introduce themselves. You know what I'm saying? I think I can introduce you pretty well, but how would you introduce yourself to people who just don't know who you are?
All right. So, as you guys know, my name is Josh Gipson. I am a father, a husband, a follower of Christ, a son, a friend, business owner. All those things encompassed in one. As far as my company goes, I started Precision Productions in 2016, and I was able to quit my job in 2018. So that's been a roller coaster, and roller coasters are fun, but definitely there's been a lot of ups and downs, and I'm just enjoying the ride.
Now that's what's up, man. And I love that you started off that you're a father, husband, follower of Christ, because I think a lot of times in our society, we're defined by what we do. You know what I'm saying? Our character is defined by that. And, people define each other by our jobs and what we do for our profession, but not necessarily being a husband, follower, and father and father of Christ. Follower of Christ. Let me slow down. So yeah, man, I just appreciate that perspective. How important is it for people to know you as a husband, a father, a follower of Christ, and not just based off what you do?
Well, I'll start off and say I just read or listened to this podcast where America is the only country that we pretty much identify as what we do, as our careers. So I don't know, just threw that little nugget in there, but I think it's important because that's who I am first. Before I'm a business owner, before I go, shoot videos or whatever career I'm doing, that's who I am first. That's the foundation of how I'm going to act in my career or with my peers, in that work setting.
I love it, man. And offline, you have to give me that episode. I want to listen to that. That sounds
Man, I ain't gonna be able to find it, bro.
okay.
I listened to so many. I don't know where it was from, but I just heard it. So
Google will find it for me. No, that's fine.
uh,
That's what's up. So man, you already mentioned it that you quit your job. Okay, you quit your job to start your own company. What
yes.
was that process like? Like, okay, hold on. Let me stop there. Was it your goal or dream to always have your own company? Like, talk about that. How where did this start?
It like growing up, it was never really a thought of mine. I always knew I wanted to do something different. Like, for a period of time, I wanted to go to the NBA. Like,
Yeah,
I just knew that was gonna be my job, right? Which
yeah.
obviously that didn't work out. And then after that, I wanted to be an actor. So I guess I've never really aspired to be like a regular 9 to 5 like desk worker.
Okay.
And I was at Borges or I was at a hospital. I'll try not to say names. And just being honest, bro, I didn't. That's when I first started to like just not like going to work every day and doing the same exact thing. And I thought it would be different when I got a different job. I went to um I just say I went to Pepsi. I went to like different jobs, and it was the same thing. Like after my 3 months or whatever, I was like, man, I'm bored with this now. Like it's not really what I want to do.
Now,
And
what were you bored with? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I,
what agitated you?
I think it was just the routine, and it really was not something I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm every day, I'm just like lifting up heavy bottles, putting them on the shelves, or flipping burgers. Like it's just not. No, I didn't dream of that when I was a kid. So fast forward, I was at the bank,
Mm-hmm.
and all my coworkers, including myself, like every day, we're always complaining about like customers getting cussed out for stuff that they did wrong, that they want to blame us, and like literally in that moment, it kind of hit me. Like I just kind of stopped, like disengaged myself from the conversation, and I just used the company computer, and I just Googled like how to start your own business, like how much does it cost in Michigan to get an LLC, and like from that point on, every day I would go into work and just be. I wasn't supposed to do this, but I would just be Googling like different things about like how to start a company, like what to do, what paperwork you need, and all that, and from that point on, I definitely want to like set a goal to separate myself from like the regular 9 to 5.
Wow. So I mean that intrigues me that you didn't start off with this vision or dream or goal to have your own company, but something just didn't sit with you right about working. It was boring. You're getting mistreated by the customers. Those things are agitating you, and you simply Googled how to start your own business. So that's how it
Yeah.
started. You Googled how to start your own business, and did you start moving on stuff? Like, how did you get into photography? How did you like? Is this a passion of yours? Do you love doing it? Do you just do it for the money? Like what's up with that?
Yeah, yeah. So photography, like video work, that's definitely a passion of mine. So yeah, as I was Googling how to start a business, that was in my mind, like a photography business.
Okay.
Um, I started photography 2008.
Okay.
Just in video, really, just doing like funny videos with my friends and things like that. And I would always have a camera and like kind of do things on the side.
Hmm.
So yeah, like when I wanted to start my business, I was like, that's something I love to do. I see other people doing it. That's definitely something that I can do. And I don't want it to just be like a source of income for me. I want it to be like a something that I can hand down to my sons.
Yeah.
Or like if something happens to me, the business can still be running and support my family. So I've
Absolutely.
always had like that huge like vision in mind instead of like it just being an LLC, if that makes sense.
No, that makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. So that's sweet. So because I know there's people listening to this. Okay, they
Are we live
have
right now?
no, we're not live. This is being recorded.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad.
But no, but people are listening to this, okay, and they want to start their own business. They want to quit their 9 to 5. Looking
Yeah.
back at the journey, okay, how in the world do you what are some tips and advice you're like, okay, you need to do this if you're going to leave your 9 to 5, if you're going to leave your job, something you don't like, and start your own business? Here are some things you just got to do.
Okay. That's a hard one. Oh, okay. I have an answer, but I just want to say I did not do many of these things.
Okay, that's
I
good.
would not. I would not suggest people do what I did.
Okay,
Um. So I'll start off and say what I did, and then I'll get to the question or to the answer.
all right.
So upon quitting my job, um, literally, I mean, we had like a regular amount of savings, but not like a savings to be quitting your job and starting your own business. Um, literally, all I had was a gig. That amount of money was just like it made me comfortable to be like, once I get paid from this gig, we'll be good for like a month or two or whatever.
So
But
so
that's literally,
so you're telling me you started your own business with not like a huge savings and
I didn't want to wait, man, and I it's so much like because I used to pray about quitting my job,
mm-hmm.
and when I prayed, I would get like I feel like God's answer was like a sense of peace.
Yeah.
Like I just felt like peace about that idea, like I'm gonna be okay. But I would literally always talk myself out of that answer. I'd be like I'll be praying, I would get that peace, and then maybe like an hour or so later, like nah, like I can't quit my job. But I would always talk myself out of it. So once I got to the point of actually being like, you know what, I have that sense of peace for a reason. I just didn't want to wait. You know, of course, I talked to my wife and everything, and
Yeah.
came up with a plan about like how much I need to make each month for me to still be able to be out here on my own. But
Mm-hmm. That
that's
now that's huge. Now this is an interesting question. So why would you not advise somebody else to do it and it worked for you?
that's a good question. I, I get well, yeah. You know, I guess if you're right, if you pray and God gives you that answer, go right away. I feel like I kind of hesitated a lot because of my own like insecurities or fears. But yeah, I guess if God tells you to do it, then do it right away. But like what I was gonna say as well is, definitely if I could do it over again, if it's how God wanted it to happen, I would have a savings. Um, yeah, just a savings to be honest.
Okay,
Cause yeah,
absolutely. So what's the mindset you have to quit your job? Like like what do you need to be thinking like to actually step away and start your own business? Somebody out there, they got the idea, Josh. They got it. They like, okay, I want to do this. Okay,
yeah.
but what's the mindset that stops people from doing it, or that even stop you from doing it? And then what changed to actually help you take that step?
I think what stopped me from doing it, like when I was hesitating, was not even though I would have said out loud at that time I 100% believe in myself, but my actions didn't line up.
Mm,
So I didn't believe in myself, and again the answer that God was giving me, I didn't believe Him, to be
yeah,
honest. So what switched was both of those things, just making a 180. I was okay. I believe in myself. I can do this, and I'm getting that sense of peace for a reason.
yeah.
So no matter what happens when I go out here, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah. So how did okay? Did you make a decision to I'm a believer in God, I'm a believer in myself? Did you hear something motivational? Did you read something that was sweet? Like how like let me in that process a little bit.
Man, so it's not that, for at least for me, it wasn't that deep. It was like honestly, it was just I want to find a more profound way to say this, but just being 100% real, I hated my job.
Yeah.
I just did not like at the time I was at the bank, and anybody who's ever worked at a call center, it's it's the most mentally draining thing ever.
Mm.
And at the time my schedule was every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every single Saturday. So I was missing out on like events and birthday parties and time with my wife and things like that. And I just, especially every time I miss like one of those things, I'm like, man, like I could be over here like with the family. Like literally one time, my whole family went to Cedar Point, and I'm just at work. And I
Wow.
was like, man, like, and I don't want to be here. So it was those moments where I'm just like, I want to take control of my time and not worry about having PTO or whatever, and just if I want to go and I have the funds to do it, just go.
Wow. So did that hurt? Like the whole fam at Cedar Point and you at work? Was that?
Oh yeah, they didn't make it any better. Sending pictures and stuff. They were trying to include me, but I'm just like looking at the phone, like, and then have to look back up in reality to this
Yeah.
computer screen. So
Wow. Wow. So no, because I really do love your answers because I think sometimes I think we make it too deep. Do you know what I'm saying? As far as what's holding me back or what's stopping me, sometimes it's just the pure disgust of my current reality that, you know what,
yeah,
I gotta make it happen, you know. And I think I just want to encourage somebody out there, you know, you don't like where you're at right now. Go, just make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
make it happen.
Take the step. You know what I'm saying? Try it. Because at the end of the day, if you fail, let's just say you fail for whatever reason, okay, not only you're going to learn a whole bunch of lessons, but you could always go get another job that you hate.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could have went
What,
to
what?
another. Go ahead, Josh.
Oh, I was gonna say one other thing too. Make sure it's something that you actually want to stick with. Like, cause I went into it knowing that I don't know everything about business. Even didn't know everything about like videography and photography, but I'm gonna treat my new entrepreneur life like a 9 to 5. So
Mm.
like I'm gonna give myself a schedule. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna still wake up at 8 and give myself a lunch break and like study my craft and actually like put work in to make it happen. And it can't just be the art side of it. You have to also focus on the business side as well to make sure your family is good. So just
So you
just make sure you have that dedication.
so you didn't you don't got a business degree, masters in business, like none, like you kind of self-taught yourself all of that.
YouTube University.
Wow.
Yes. Everything from YouTube or books or I did obviously I do have some college, but I have not graduated. I planned on it. But at the time, man, it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
I, so
Wow. No, I don't know. I don't know about for you all, but this is inspiring to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely encouraged, and this is sweet. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you started your own business, Googling and YouTube University.
yeah.
That's bananas. Okay,
Yeah.
so so let's talk about the other side of this, man. You've been in business. You said since 2016 or 18?
Since 2016.
Since 2016. Okay, so we're a little over 6 years now. Okay,
Wow. Yeah.
so talk about the benefits and the other side of you having your own business. Like, talk about your family. How has it impacted your family in a negative or positive way? Talk about some of those things.
Um, I start off positive.
All right.
So there's definitely some negative in there. We'll get to it. Um, so right now my schedule my work schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then like half of Saturday, depending on if like somebody books or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I intentionally set aside Wednesdays he doesn't go to the sitters that day. I'll just be at home with my son.
Yeah.
And I call it Father Sunday. And
Okay.
he's like starting to know what that means. I'm like, hey, like tomorrow is Father Sunday. You're gonna be home with daddy. And that's one of the huge benefits, like just being able to be home with him and
Yeah.
watch all the little baby shows with him or go outside and play with him or whatever and just kind of take a break from work. Even though sometimes I don't. Like if he's watching TV, I might sneak an email in or whatever. But like just being home with him and just being able to have that ability to make that schedule
Yeah.
myself.
That's what's up. Okay. I like it. I like it. Any more benefits?
Um, I, uh, so like financial benefits.
Okay.
That's a double edged sword. Like some months I can make a lot to
Yeah.
where we're good for a few months, and then other months I make just enough.
Yeah.
Um, but it's always enough though, and
Yeah.
I just feel like that benefit is I don't have a cap on my income. I can always think of ways to get money if I'm running short one month. I
Yeah.
can just hustle up,
So if you want some
what
more
I
money,
need or
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
So
That's what's up. Talk about some of those things that people may not know, um, uh, negative impact, if you want to call it that, about having your own business. People just may not know this.
um negative. I would say
If there's any, you know.
no, there is. I'm just trying to um man. So one of them, I just said the first thing that comes to my mind is I feel like the work is never done.
Mhm.
Like no matter what, I always have something to do. Like I can't just disconnect, like clock out at 5 o'clock and just be done with it.
Yeah.
There's always something on my mind. There's always something that needs to be done, whether it's like taxes or responding to emails. Or I have like contractors now and people that work with me, answering their questions and things like that. And it just seems like it never stops.
Yeah.
Which is why Wednesday is super important, and like Saturdays and things like that with my family.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I feel like that, like it's a rush and it's a good feeling, but at the same time, like it takes a toll on you after a while because I always feel like everything falls on me, which it does.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't have the benefit of like knowing I put in this amount of work and then every 2 weeks I get that direct deposit. It's just I gotta figure out. Sometimes I can get deposits like 5 days out of the week,
Yeah.
but then sometimes it would be like 2 weeks before I get something else. So it's just a balance.
Most definitely. Most definitely. All right, that's what's up, man. So I'm really feeling this conversation, man, and I just can't believe I'm still just tripping on the jump, man, that you quit without any savings. That just messed me up. You know what I'm saying? Not any savings, but like not like 3 years
An
worth
adequate
of savings.
amount. Yeah.
Right, right. So so no, that's what's up. So I love that you're talking about your father son Wednesdays and days. That is sweet. Another aspect, and you heard this in the beginning of the podcast, is really our family goals and how important it is, because I believe as black fathers, as black men, it's important, to be family men. In this day and age, a lot of things are attacking the family. All right. What are
Yeah.
man, give some people some tips, man, how they can have a healthy family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, so no matter what you're doing, intentionally spend time with your family.
Yeah.
Like I said, Wednesdays are for my son. Man, I guess I don't have a designated day for my wife, but
Yeah.
if I were, I mean, I guess that's kind of like naturally it's just Sundays. Like we're just home together and we'll go on walks and stuff like that, or go out on dates on Saturdays if we find a babysitter. So it's just important. Like even though there's like lots of things that you're responsible for, you have to turn that off sometimes and be with your family.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what's up, man. And for those who are listening, that is vitally important. Right? We gotta, and all the crazy stuff in the world, we gotta find some time to spend with our family. Because relationship goals and all that stuff. Like God want that for you. You know what I'm saying? Not just for you to watch it
Yeah,
and look at other people have these wonderful marriages and families, but God wants that for you. So I just want to encourage y'all, like, spend some time with your family. All right, real
yeah.
talk.
And if man, one thing I learned too, I I would say yes to so many things. Like even now, I'll turn some money down because I'm like, that's a decent amount of money, but that's gonna take way too much time to where I won't be able to spend time with my family, or I'll be up all night while my wife goes to sleep or something like that. Like
Yeah,
you can take things off your schedule and don't feel bad about it. I'm still working on not feeling bad about it, but like these days I'll say no to certain things no matter what it is so I can be home with my family and help
yeah,
my wife around the house and things like that.
absolutely. But you have that autonomy, you have that control over your schedule where you can do that, and everybody doesn't have that. And it's not wrong if you don't have that. But if you want that, you know what I'm saying? If you want that, go ahead and
Yeah.
YouTube University, Google it, find your passion and make some money from it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's possible. Like, okay, Josh, can you speak to this? And I'm almost wrapping up. But can you speak about it's possible, right? Because at some point, like, did you think it was impossible? And like, man, as you looking at where you're at now, like, yo, this is really possible. Can you talk about that?
Man, I think about that from a. Are we still on?
Yeah, we go, man. Go.
Oh, I'm my bad. All right. So from a hindsight perspective, I often like be like, man, like I'm really doing this, and I think even just like 5 years ago, I wouldn't have thought that I would be able to do this like right now in 2021. What I'm doing, I wouldn't have thought I would be able to do that in 2016. So I know if I can do it, anybody can do it. Like I said before, all you have to do is put your mind to it. If it's something that God is telling you to do and you believe in yourself and you are willing to put the time in and be intentional about, making sacrifices. Like sometimes you can't watch, you know, Squid Game straight through. You gotta, maybe watch 2 episodes and then get back to work, or wake up early or go to bed later, and you can make it possible if you put in the work.
No, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So listen, man. For the people, can you tell them the services you provide? How can they get in touch with you? And how can they connect with you? And me personally, okay, like you see this book over my shoulder, that picture that came
That's a
from
good book,
Josh
yo.
and Precision Productions. Okay, he's done my headshots. He's done some videos for me. So please, you guys, it's excellent work. It's phenomenal stuff. So Josh, can you tell us how can we get in touch with you, man, and how can we take advantages of your services?
Um, so the services that we provide, we do photography, we do specifically corporate video work, and then we do animation as well. So if you are ever in the need of any of those three things, please feel free to contact us. We have an office number 269-349-7082. And also you can reach us through email, which is info@theprecisionproductions.com. And also feel free to go to the website as well, to inquire about your project, and we can discuss if we're a good fit, or I can refer you to somebody else. But yeah, that's it. We will be happy to have you guys as a customer, and feel free to contact us anytime.
Do that. State your services one more time.
The whole thing?
No, just like your services. What do you offer?
All right. So the services that we offer are video, corporate video. We also do corporate photography, headshots, event photography, and we also do animation as well. So if you guys are ever in the need for any of those 3 services, please feel free to contact us at 269-349-7082. The website, which is theprecisionproductions.com, or you can reach us through email at info@theprecisionproductions.com. And we will answer all of those within 3 business days. So feel free to call us.
That's what's up, man. Hey, I appreciate you being on the podcast. And listen, you guys, please hit him up. Now, Josh, real quick, if I'm working at a company, and can I go to my boss and be like, hey, I know this guy named Josh Gipson. He does wonderful corporate photos. He'll do my marketing video, whatever. Like, I can do that?
Not only can you, but I encourage you, please. My wife, my son, you're helping us eat.
Hey,
keep a roof over our head, and yes, please do.
It is going to be excellent work. So refer him to your company, to your organization, to make that happen. And I promise you, you will be pleased and thoroughly satisfied. All right. Josh, thank you, man, for being on the show, you guys. Thank you all for subscribing, hitting that subscribe button. Thank you for leaving a review, an honest 5-star review. All right. Thank you so much for doing that. Love you all. Appreciate you. All right. Until next time. I'll see you later.
Peace.